Hello friends and followers. Today I have made just a video on regarding the exit exam question. Just the question says which of the following factors can influence the selections of appropriate spillway locations on a dam. So here it have four options. The first option A says the preferred direction of water flow downstream. B, the availability of construction material. C, planned locations of the dams, power plant if applicable. D, the existing topography of the surrounding area. So as we seen from the choice, just all the options seems to be an answer, but our target will be determining or finding the most important and direct factor that have a direct influence on the selections of appropriate locations in the constructions of a spillway. So when we see just option A, it says the preferred directions of water flow to the downstream. So it is basically relevant and an important factor in the selection of locations for spillway because the spillway must discharge excess water in a direction that minimizes erosion and does not endanger the downstream settlements or infrastructure if maybe there is an infrastructure in the downstream of the spillway. However, this direction is often most of the time dictated by a natural topography of the area, so making this as just a secondary factor in most cases. So we consider just option A as a secondary factor, but it is irrelevant. When we see just option B or choice B, it says availability of construction material. Also, this is just irrelevant, especially for cost efficiency. However, this is mainly affects construction planning and design. It doesn't directly affect locations of the spillway because the engineers can often transport materials whenever required. Also, the type and availability of construction material influences the overall cost and ease of building that's the spillway, but materials can usually be transported to the site. So this is not a primary consideration when deciding the exact locations of the spillway. When we see option 3 or choice C, it says planned locations of the dam's power plant if applicable. So it is just relevant to avoid basically interference, but if the dam includes a hydroelectric power plant, its location must be considered to avoid interference with the spillway. However, since the power plant and the spillway are usually designed together, this factor is typically coordinated during the planning phase and does not directly determine the spillway location. Also, it have a probability of just designed or constructed along the sides of the dam, or they have a probability of designed along the sides the spillway. So not standalone deciding as a major factor. When we see option C, or I mean option D, it says the existing topography of the surrounding area. This is the most important and direct factor regarding selection of locations for the spillway. It is an influential factor in determining just the spillway location because the natural terrain dictates where water can be safely discharged, however efficiently it can flow, and how economically the spillway can be constructed will be determined in the existing topography of the surrounding area. Also, favorable topographical features such as steep, stable valley or naturals are considered as just the ideal locations for construction or for finding a suitable location for spillway. So engineers must or use just topographical surveys early in the design phase, especially to choose the best spillway site or spillway location. So based on this description, just the most important and direct factor regarding selection of sites or location for the spillway will be option D or choice D, which is the existing topography and surrounding area will be the answer. Thank you.